Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to continue the arranged marriage series, which has become a good hit on my channel. So today would be a video of my first year of marriage. Technically, I have completed more than a year. It's been like 1 year and 6 months, 1.5 year. And in this first year of marriage, I will tell you what I learned, what I wish I knew, what were my marriage lessons, and all of this. So let's get started. Okay, so the first point that I always observed is that everybody tells you that opposites attract, which is not true in my opinion, because in my opinion what I've seen is that couples who are 80% similar in every way, be it financially, couples with similar social backgrounds, couples who have the same style of communication, couples who have the same spending habits, they tend to have a healthier marriage than those who are completely opposite. Now, it's, I think Bollywood movies that promote all of this, like opposites attract. And in this movie of Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, where an introvert girl like Deepika, I don't know her name in that movie, who gets attracted to a very extrovert Ranbir Kapoor, who loves traveling and all, but Deepika is very padaku. I don't think it is applicable in real life, because an extrovert girl will never like an introvert guy. I myself have spoken to so many guys, and I often felt that introvert guys are a bit not very communicative or not very open. They don't ask questions. So I used to get really irritated when, like guys are not like speaking up. I'm like, please speak up, like wake up, wake up, wake up. And I'm happy I found my husband, because we are pretty similar when it comes to our personalities, be it spending habits, be it communication styles. I wouldn't say we are fully the same, because marrying your twin is also not what you want. But I think 80% similarity in personality really, really helps. I've often seen girls who are very, silent and introvert. They look for guys who are like Ranbir Kapoor, because I think it's kind of in their head that they are damsels in distress and they want someone to, escape them from the reality and take them to a fantasy land and all of that. But in real life, it does not work. I truly feel that two people who are very similar, like they get attracted the most in arranged marriages, and they are the ones who end up marrying and have a healthier marriage. I've also seen, like some of these stories wherein a guy gets annoyed that his partner does not want to play a sport with him or does not want to come to the gym with him, and he's frustrated. He's like, I want my partner to do all of these activities with me. I want my partner to really break out of her shell. But see, after a certain age, you cannot really change someone fully, right? So you need to be aware. If you have similar interests before marriage, then it kind of makes sense that this person is going to do everything with you. You cannot suddenly overnight change someone. You cannot tell them, come, let's play tennis. You have to play tennis. No. Also, see, what I'm telling you is that 80% similarity is needed, but the rest 20% is for growth, right? In the rest 20%, you can actually expect to learn newer perspectives, newer things. Now, say one of your partner is a very good sport player, like a very good tennis player, then you can be like, okay, you can teach me tennis. I will play with you, but I will not play with you every single day. Like, you need to search your own opponents, you need to search your own partners to play. You cannot expect me to be your tennis partner. No, that is absolutely wrong, right? You cannot expect someone. Now, even in our case, I think I knew swimming and my husband was very interested in learning swimming. So he told me, like, can you come with me for a few days? I just want to learn swimming. Like, can you teach me? So I went with him for a few days. I taught him swimming, and now he's a pro. And but he never forces me to come every single day with him. He's like, come, let's do swimming. Like, come, let's swim every single day. No, I tell him, see, now that you know swimming, you can go alone and do it. You don't need me every single day, right? So you need your own personal time too. So say your gymming is your personal time, your playing a sport is your personal time. So that is completely cool, right? That 20% difference of opinions or difference in thought processes, really help you to grow as a person. But if you're completely a different person, like, if there's just like a 20% match between two people, then it's going to be really difficult. Because if one person wants to keep traveling and loves traveling, and the other person does not like traveling and more of a home person, then those two people are going to get annoyed with one another really soon. Okay, so the next point, which I think everybody knows, is that communication. You need to communicate what you're feeling. Like, I think in the initial days of marriage, I used to be a little hesitant, to express what I'm exactly feeling. But then I realized that I was probably, keeping too much in my heart, and then one fine day I would like burst. So then my husband was like, "No, you need to tell me right then and there that how you're feeling. If you don't like something, you need to tell me then and there." That's why communication is really, really important. Say you're not liking what your partner is doing, or you feel that you have a better way of doing this thing, then you have to tell then and there, like, I can do it better. I think I know how to do it better, so let me do it. You don't have to do everything, right? Also, whenever you're feeling sad, you need to tell your partner why you're feeling sad. When you're feeling happy, you need to share that happiness, right? So you need to share everything. So communicate, communicate, and communicate. Like, talk what you're feeling. Even during the courtship period, I've seen this, that many people, when they have a small fight, they just tend to like have this very kiddish habits of blocking someone on WhatsApp and not picking their calls. And I'm like, when you have a conflict, just resolve it right away. Just talk about what happened, how you can make things better. Um, so yeah, talking is really, really important. So my husband and I, we did this, like a corporate thing in our lives. I know this will sound really corporate, but we set up a monthly reflection meeting. In this meeting, what we do is, like, we say to one another what went really well this month, what didn't go well this month at all, and like, what are the things that we need to improve. What is it that hurt you? So every single month we kept, we went on and on with this meeting. And one thing we realized was that this meeting got us really close, because after this, we were not very really hesitant to tell one another what we were feeling. We were like, right away, like, when I was feeling something, when I was annoyed, I used to be like, "No, I'm annoyed, like, don't do this." So such things really help you. So even if you're newly married and if you're very hesitant, you can do this with your partner and tell them, let's have a meeting like every week once. I know this will sound very like a manager employee meeting where you're discussing the pros and cons and everything, but trust me, it helps. And during the meeting, you feel really happy because you're like saying out your feelings loud, like what made you frustrated and all of that. So this really works. Another thing that people need to realize is that if someone is giving you a constructive criticism, you need to take it well. Like, it's only for your betterment. It's because they love you. They're telling you that you can do this better. Like, don't be angry like this. Don't be strong headed, or don't be angry all the time. So if they're telling you these things, they're really wanting you to improve because they love you, right? So take constructive criticism in a very positive way. Third point that comes to my mind is that strategies for reducing burden and outsourcing labor. So, in the first few months of marriage, we really thought we could do everything by ourselves. Like, we were so excited. We were like, this is our house, and we're going to do every single thing. We didn't have a maid in the beginning of our marriage. And I think that was a big, big, big mistake, because at the end of the night, we both would be like so tired and frustrated. We're like, no, we cannot do this. Then after a month or so, we realized we needed a maid. So we immediately kept a maid for, washing utensils and cleaning the house. And we realized we had so much time on our hands after outsourcing labor. So whenever you feel like something is burdening your relationship when it comes to labor or work, see whether you can outsource it, right? Also, these days, there are apps like Cred. There are many apps wherein you can structure your payments. You can all the tasks which you can automate, you need to do that, because you can take up subscription services. Say, for example, every getting milk every day in the morning is a tiresome task for you. Then just automate that service, go to Country Delight app or any other milk app like that, and just do a monthly subscription wherein the milk will be there at your doorstep. Then you and your partner don't have to really fight and sit that who is going to get milk in the morning. So there are many such apps where you get subscription services, and also wherein you can keep paying the bills again and again, like using all of these apps, booking your cylinder, you can even automate that. So try and reduce all your burdens, because having a great partnership in a marriage is not easy. There is so much work involved, even with the maid. Like, even after we have a maid, there is still so many things to do in a day, right? There's laundry services, there's you need to dry your clothes, you need to remove it, you need to fold it, keep it in the wardrobe, you need to clean your washed vessels, keep it inside the cabinets. Because we don't have a cook, we also have to do all the cooking. So with your normal 9 to 5 job, which is not really 9 to 5, but you also have to do so much that you start comparing the work that your partner is doing and what you are doing. And in the beginning of marriage, both of us used to feel, we used to compare, like, who is doing more work, like, like, you slept at 10 p.m., I had to do this work. So then we realized that whatever needs to be automated, and if we are capable enough to spend money, we are going to do it, and we are going to give this work to a external person. So now our life is a bit easier, because we have a maid, we have a person who comes and collects clothes, to iron them. We don't even do the ironing at home now, because and I think after all of this automation, and after all the help that we have, I've realized that we've actually started feeling better. We've started feeling healthier in the relationship. We have started appreciating each other's efforts a bit more. So don't take up everything on your head and tell that, I'm a superwoman, I will do this, or, we are a millennial couple and so we have to do everything by ourselves. No, not necessary. So the next point that I learned is that authenticity before and after marriage is really important. So I've seen a lot of guys, they go out of their way to impress women before marriage, and they cannot maintain that same consistency after marriage. Like, why would you give false hopes to someone? I've also seen a lot of cases wherein, couples have broken up because um, one person mentioned that he was so outgoing before marriage, and he used to take me out every single day. We used to go to a pub every day. We used to explore this cafe. He was so, like, like, outgoing and so attractive then. But after marriage, he's become so homely and he does not take me out at all. So these are the small reasons that are actually, people are filing their divorces for these reasons, because a person was completely different before marriage, and after marriage he's showing a very different side of his personality, which which the other partner did not expect. So never ever give false hopes, like, just because you want to get married. That is the worst thing you can do. Even for women, I will tell them that, never ever show that you're very ambitious, you're a feminist, and all of these things just to impress guys, because you might be feeling that, I really like this guy and I do not want to lose him, so I will just fake my personality and get married to him. Maybe the guy's expectations were different, and then after marriage you're not able to keep up with that face of your personality, and then you completely change. You're not ambitious, you become lazy. So I've seen a lot of guys who complain this, that my wife was so ambitious before marriage, but after marriage she's become so lazy, she does not do anything. I've seen this. And I would only advise people to be your genuine self, like, be authentic, do not lie about your personality, and maintain that consistency, because that time you'll know that your partner was the same before marriage and is the same after marriage. And he or she has not faked their personality. So never do that, and never give false hopes to anyone. The next thing, what I want to convey is that taking every financial decision together is extremely important. Why I'm telling is that later you'll not have someone to blame it on. I've seen a lot of couples where one partner blames the other partner that, why did you do this? I would have done this better. So it's always the best to take a financial decision together. So whenever, like, we were setting up the house, literally every piece of furniture, we went to IKEA, we went to Wakefit, we sat on it, we made a joint decision that, no, this sofa, this TV, this laptop, this bed, this mattress, every single item we decided together and we bought it together. So in the future, you will not have any complaints that time, and even you will feel better when someone asks you for opinions. You'll feel like, this person really cares about what I want and what I'm feeling. So it's always the best, even if it's a really small item that you're ordering from Amazon, like just, let your partner know that I'm ordering this. Like, are you okay with it? And we often do that, and we've, reached a conclusion that this is so better. Like, we both feel valued in the relationship. So even today, if I'm ordering like a very small thing on Amazon, I just tell my husband, I'm ordering this. Are you okay with it? He's like, yeah, yeah, order. So, yeah, maybe too much of, you might think that this is very negative and, what is this? They both are so codependent on each other and they're so clingy and all of that. But no, trust me, this helps to build a healthier relationship. Maybe when you're shopping for your personal needs, it's okay to not ask. But I ask even then, like, if I'm ordering a top, I'll ask my husband, is this top looking good on me? Shall I order it? So I think these kind of things give the other partner a sense of validation that that their opinions are being considered. So definitely consider making all the decisions together. So the last point that I will give today is importance of understanding cultural differences between two families. Now, say your maternal home is not very religious, or they're not very much into functions, they're not very much into all these pujas and all of that, and they don't believe a lot in horoscope, they don't believe all this. But your partner's family, their parents, they are very religious and they believe in all of this. So you can't outright say that, no, I'm not going to do this, no, I will not do this, I will not follow this. It's actually a bit. See, individual opinions definitely matter, right? And you might feel that if I'm not religious, why do I need to do this? But I think it's always better to, understand where they're coming from, where the other partner's family is coming from, and to kind of, like do it. Even if it gives them temporary happiness, it's okay, right? And there's no big harm in it. Like, I'm always against people who outright say no, like, no, I will not do this. Like, at least understand where they're coming from. Like, say, for example, if my mother-in-law is telling me to, wear my Mangal Sutra or wear my bindi for some temple function, I will follow that, because, temple is a place where you need to wear all that. So I will not tell my mother-in-law that, no, who are you to ask me this question? And I'm sure my husband will not do the same with my parents as well. Like, if my parents want him to do something or sit in some puja or something like that, he will outright not say no, because he always believes that a basic respect needs to be given to both set of parents. Even though you don't completely believe in their ideology, like, don't hurt their sentiments by saying, no, I will not do this, because it's important to understand cultures of different people, of of their homes, and you need to integrate a little bit of that into your life as well. Always recognize that understanding cultural differences will take time, and you need to be patient. Like, don't outright burst on people that, and make a big scene out of it. No, obviously, if someone is like really traumatizing you to do something or forcing you to do something, that is absolutely wrong. That time you need to have an open discussion that these are my boundaries and I cannot move forward. But if it's a very simple thing that you feel like it's not going to harm you in any way, you can do that, right? Not a big deal. So thank you for watching today. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. See you next time.